Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to see question set number 34. So in question set number 34 we are going to study about how to insert data into the tables. In the previous videos we studied about how to create tables and how to create relationship between each other tables. So let's go into the question set. So this is the question set they have given us. So you can see here the main question here. This is the same question which we studied in the question set number 31. So all these question sets are related to this main question. So when you come, so let's go in. So let's see the questions that that we that we have been given. So in the first question, they have told us to enter the data in the table below into the user type table. So they have told us to enter these data into the user type table. Also, when you come here, the same thing, we need to enter these data into the city table. Also, we need to may enter these data into the gender table. Also, after that, in the fourth question, they have given us some details about users. You can see here there are many data. We need to insert these data into the user tables as well. Same as the user table, there is the address table. We need to add the address. We need to add these address data into the address table. After that, finally, we need to add the system login data into the system login table. So there are many things. There are many things to be seen. So, for example, we can see the foreign keys here. So we need to insert the details according to the foreign key. So let's do the questions one by one. So I'm going to, this is my HeyDaySQL database software. So in this case, I'm going to use the HeyDaySQL database software. But before you can, so in this video, I'm going to use in this video, I'm going to use the HeyDaySQL database software. But before, you know that our, we created our tables in an ER diagram. So it's still an ER diagram. So we need to convert it into a database. So let's see the procedure first. So this is the database which we created. This is the ER diagram which we created. You can see the tables and the relationships which we created between the tables. So first of all, if you need to convert an ER diagram into a database, you need to click this database option, and then if you come here, there is an option called forward engineer. So once you click that, you'll be given an interface like this. So here you can check your password, host name, username and everything. After that, if everything is okay, you can click next and next, and again it will pop up like this. You need to click next until uh, it becomes until it says database conversion successful. So let's do it. So you can see here they have forward engineer finished successfully. That means our ER diagram converted to a database successfully, and there is no issue with that. So let's see our let's go to the let's go back let's go to our HeyDaySQL database software and see, and let's see whether there is our database. So you can see here there is no. I'm going to refresh. So guys, you can see here the database which we created is on top called RLA Show Center. So this is the database which we created. That means we converted an ER diagram into a database. So this is the database related to our question. So if you see the database, there are many tables which was in our ER diagram. So these are the tables we created as well. And in this video, we are going to insert the data into these tables. So let's do the questions one by one. So in the first question, we need to enter these data into the user type table. So in this case, so they have told us to create they have told us to insert these data using the query method. Okay, in the previous videos we studied about how can we enter the data graphically into the table, and also we studied about the queries. So there are four main queries: insert query, select query, update query, and delete query. So we are going to insert a data, so we need to use insert query. So if we are finding some results, finding some values, we need to use the select query. And if we are updating any values, updating any data, we need to use update query. So after that, finally, the last one is, if you want to delete any values or data from the database, you can use the delete query. So in this case, I need to insert data into the table, so I'm going to use the insert query. So for the first question, I'm going to type the queries, and then I'll explain. So this is the query for our first question. So we are using the insert into query. We need to insert the data into the user type table. So we have given the table name here, and then we need to enter the data into this column. That means user type name in the user type table. So this is the column name that we need to enter the data. So we have given the values here using the value keyword. So this is the query. Let's execute this. So I executed this. So let's go to the table and let's check out the data. So you can see here we have successfully inserted all the data into the table. So let's move on to the second question. Enter the data of the table below in the city table. So we need to enter this data. We need to enter these data into the city table. So let's do that also. So this is the query for the second question. This query is same as the first one. So let's execute this. So I executed. Let's see the city table. So you can see here the data which we entered have been inserted into the table. So let's go to the third question. Enter the data in the table below into the gender table. So we need to enter these tables, those data into the gender table. So this one is also same as the first and second one. So guys, this is the query for the third question. We have added the data which we are going to insert into the table, and let's execute this. So if we go to our gender table, you can see here. Let's refresh it. You can see here the data which we entered are here. The data which we entered are have been inserted to the table. So we are in the fourth question. So according to the question, we need to we have so according to the question, we need to enter these data into the user table. So you can see here, if you come here, there are three types of foreign keys. So the first one is user type ID. That means this one. So this primary key has been uh, a foreign key in this table, and the address ID. Finally, the gender ID. So gender ID here. So it's a foreign key in this table, but we have added all these data into the table, but we haven't added the address ID. So first of all, we need to add these data, and then only we can add these data into this table. So let's do the fifth question first, and then we can go to the fourth one later. So I'm going to enter the data for the address table. So guys, this is the query related to the address table. So first of all, if you come here, we have used the insert into keyword because we need to use this whenever we want to enter any data into the tables. So after that, I have given the table where we are going to enter the data. So in this case, we need to enter the data into the address table. So I have given the address table. After that, I have given the columns which we need to enter the data into the. I have given the columns which we need to enter the data. So we are going to enter the data into the column number, street 1, street 2, and the city ID. So this is a foreign key in this table. So according to that, we have given the values, specific value. So this value belongs to this column. This value belongs to this column. Also, this value belongs to this column. After that, finally, this column. This value belongs to this column. So we have given values in a row. That means a query represents a row. That's what happens here. So in this case, they have given 5 rows. So we have 5 queries because we need to enter those data into every row. So let's execute this. I have executed this. Let's see the address table whether the data are there. So you can see here the every data which we entered into the tables are here. So we have we have added the data into the address table. So let's go to the fourth question again. So here we need to enter the data into the user table. So let's enter these data into the user table. So this is the query for the first row, and let's add the other details as well. So guys, these are the queries that we need to um, so the so guys, these are the queries so that helps us to enter the data into the tables. So according to the question they have given, we have entered all the data here. So let's execute this. So guys, these are the queries for our question. So throughout this query, we have given all the data which we want to enter. So let's execute this and see whether we can enter the data into the table. So I have executed. Let's go to the table and see whether there are all the data. So guys, these are the queries that we want to that helps us to enter the data city into the user table. So let's execute this and see whether we can enter the data. So I have executed. So this is the user table and okay. So you can see the um, user table with all the details which we were entered. So this is the user table and we have entered all the details into the tables. So let's go to the sixth question. That means the final question. We need to enter these data into the system login table. So let's do that too. So guys, these are the data here. So we need to enter these data into the table. So I have executed this. So let's go to the system login table and see whether we have entered. So you can see here we have entered the data into the table successfully. So according to the question set, they told us to enter these data that they have given into the tables we created in the last videos. So we have entered the data into the tables. So this is up to question set number 34. Let's meet in the next video with question set number 35.